This story is based on a true incident. The story begins in the year 1988, where we are shown a prison in Chile named San Diego. This prison holds 120 inmates, but they are not dangerous criminals. Instead, they are all protesters. However, they are treated in the prison as if they were terrorists. The general of this prison, named Andrade, is extremely cruel. He wants to teach all the prisoners a lesson and thus imposes severe oppression on them. The inspector tells all the prisoners that if anyone tries to escape, they will be killed. He warns them that they will be monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Among the prisoners, there are 5 who belong to the same group, led by Leon. In reality, all of them want to escape from the prison. They are soon transferred to a new prison, where they are instructed to choose their cells. Leon rushes to cell number 50 because there is a pathway underneath it through which they can escape. However, upon reaching cell number 50, he finds it already occupied, forcing him to take cell number 51 instead. Leon's friends, who manage to occupy their planned cells, approach him and say he should have taken cell number 50. Leon explains that since it was on the first floor, it took him longer to get there while their cells were on the ground floor, allowing them to reach faster. Now, their main goal is to escape from this prison, which is not an easy task. Each prisoner is assigned work based on their skills. Leon tells his 2 friends that they must find a way to dig a tunnel and escape. Leon, being an architect, calculates that he will need to dig a 210-foot-long tunnel. This tunnel will lead to a nearby river, which is completely covered by palm trees, providing them with an easy escape route. However, their biggest concern is where to dispose of the soil from such a long tunnel, as the prison is under constant surveillance. While they are planning, a fellow prisoner named Paulo notices them and realizes they are up to something. He approaches them and says he wants to join their plan. The 3 agree to include Paulo in their scheme. They tell Paulo that if he has any good ideas for escaping, he must share them. Leon, along with his 2 friends Rafael and Patricio, goes to an underground cell to plan the tunnel. Leon says it will take a long time to dig the tunnel, so they will need to create a board that looks like a wall to cover the hole, ensuring that security does not discover their activities. Another companion, who always plays the guitar, enters the cell. He has hidden a large screwdriver inside his guitar, which he hands over to Leon. Using the screwdriver, Leon begins drilling a hole in the ceiling. Soon, a large chunk of the ceiling falls on him, creating a big hole. Seeing this, Rafael panics and says they need to cover it immediately or security will kill them all. Leon responds that they will need a lot of eggs to fix it. He plans to grind the broken part, finally mix it with eggs, and create a plaster to cover the hole. Everyone gets to work, while their companion distracts attention by playing his guitar loudly. However, the music he plays serves as a warning signal, indicating that security is approaching. The group hurriedly fixes the broken ceiling with the egg mixture, kneading it like dough, and applies it to the broken area. They then cover it with a poster. When the security team arrives and inspects their cell, one of the officers is about to remove the poster, but just then he is called away by his superior, saving the group. Their next big challenge is to dig a tunnel from the ground floor cell. To cover the wall, they decide to build a block that can conceal the tunnel entrance whenever officers come for inspections. They construct the block from wood and begin cutting through the wall, marking the start of the tunnel work. As they are digging, they learn that a security officer is on his way. They quickly cover the area with items and pretend to be busy with other tasks. The officer does not suspect anything and leaves. They then increase the volume of the radio and continue breaking the wall. They carve the wall to match the shape of the block they've made and fit it perfectly. Now comes their biggest challenge, staying alert. They decide to take the excavated soil to an upper cell. They return to the cell where they first broke the wall and fixed it with the egg plaster. They remove the plaster block and carefully place the soil in a large area. Today marks the 59th day since they've been in this prison. Every day they dig in the same manner. While digging, their guitarist friend plays music outside to ensure that if any security guard approaches their cell, he can signal danger with a tune and alert them. After digging, they fill bags with the soil and take it to their cell above. They carefully place the soil in the duct area above the removed block. Another prisoner named Oscar observes their repeated pattern daily and grows suspicious. The next day, when Leon measures the depth of the tunnel, he's unsatisfied. Despite their efforts, the tunnel hasn't deepened enough. Leon suggests they need more people to speed up the digging process, or it will take years. One day, while their German friend hides soil in his bag and carries it upstairs, a security officer confronts him, demanding to check his bag. The officer finds items placed on top of the soil, so he doesn't suspect anything. Leon then shows the tunnel to other prisoners and urges them to help. They agree, especially since many face death sentences. Meanwhile, they hear news on the radio that the dictatorship in Chile may soon end, as the people are revolting for democracy. However, these prisoners don't believe in democracy. Their leader, who currently rules Chile, is their ally. They want to escape soon to support their leader and prevent him from surrendering. Now, the prisoners work in 2-hour shifts, digging day and night. After digging, they wash off the dirt from their hands, feet, and clothes to avoid suspicion. They even create another hole in the roof, eliminating the need to carry soil upstairs, which speeds up their work and reduces the risk of being caught. While some dig, others distract the guards by playing games, chatting, or standing watch to alert the group as danger. Their tunnel grows longer and longer. One day, Oscar, who was already suspicious, confronts them, saying he knows they're digging a tunnel and wants to join their mission. They reluctantly include him, but Leon insists they need external help to escape successfully. Leon asks Rafael to trust his wife and seek her help. Rafael agrees. After 182 days in prison, family members visit the prisoners. Rafael tells his wife about their escape plan and asks her to seek help from their party. She agrees. After this, Rafael's wife leaves the prison. Days pass, and the inmates continue digging the tunnel. By now, they have been working on it for 205 days. One day, the guitarist inmate, who always played his guitar, is digging inside the tunnel when the entire security team suddenly arrives. The guards are there to inspect every cell. Leon quickly runs to the cell where the tunnel work is happening and alerts everyone. However, it's not easy to reset everything quickly. To buy time, Rafael steps forward and attacks one of the officers. This leads to a fight between the prisoners and the guards. The security team beats the inmates brutally, but during this commotion, Leon and his team manage to put everything back in place. When they come out of the cell, they see that all the prisoners who attacked the guards are being punished. General Andrade, the ruthless warden, has forced them to strip and stand in the scorching sun. In the next scene, we see Rafael's wife approaches the group Rafael works for, explaining their plan and requesting help. However, they refuse, claiming they can't assist right now. Determined, she approaches Rafael's father, a priest, and explains the situation. The father introduces her to a former ally of Rafael who knows people capable of helping. These people agree to assist. Back in prison, the prisoners continue their 2-hour shifts. After 392 days of digging, the tunnel is so deep that one of the prisoners digging collapses due to lack of oxygen. Rafael pulls him out and realizes they need to address this issue. They persuade a worker in the prison, who owns a machine, to join their mission. Using the machine, they attach a fan and direct oxygen through a plastic pipe to the end of the tunnel. Despite this progress, their destination remains far. After 413 days of digging, General Andrade calls a prisoner named Bigot, suspecting something is amiss in the prison. To gain his cooperation, he is handed a cigarette box. Bigot, unaware of the secret tunnel being dug by the prisoners, agrees to help. Meanwhile, the prisoners successfully dig the tunnel all the way to the outer edge of the prison and use a pipe to send a pink liquid as a signal to Rafael's wife and their allies, marking the tunnel's endpoint. The next day, Rafael's father visits him in prison. He informs Rafael that while the tunnel is progressing, they still need to dig an additional 42 feet to reach freedom. With this in mind, the prisoners intensify their efforts. After 559 days of continuous digging, an earthquake shakes the prison. The walls tremble, causing panic. A prisoner inside the tunnel is safely pulled out just in time, and fortunately, the tunnel remains intact, bringing relief to everyone. As the tunnel nears completion, Leon approaches a wheelchair-bound prisoner, inviting him to escape with them. The prisoner, however, refuses, knowing he cannot make it through such a long tunnel. After 567 days, the tunnel is finally ready. While the prisoners watch a TV show to avoid suspicion, they begin their escape one by one. Inside the tunnel, Rafael leads 49 prisoners who lie quietly in a single file, awaiting their turn. Bigot, who works for General Andrade, grows suspicious when he notices Rafael and several prisoners missing. Rushing to investigate, he encounters the wheelchair-bound prisoner, who tries to stall him. Bigot manages to reach Rafael's cell and discovers the tunnel. However, before he can alert security, Oscar stops him. A fight ensues, leaving Bigot unconscious and Oscar injured. Oscar, unable to enter the tunnel due to his shoulder injury, stays behind. Meanwhile, the other prisoners move through the tunnel. Outside, Rafael's wife and allies help them escape one by one, providing clothes and fake IDs. A bus is stationed on a bridge nearby to transport them. Inside the prison, the wheelchair-bound prisoner informs others about the tunnel. Chaos ensues as prisoners rush to the cell, drawing the attention of security. Some prisoners make it into the tunnel, but many are pulled out by guards as alarms blare. Hearing the sirens, the prisoners in the bus realize they must leave immediately. Leon decides to retrieve Oscar but returns alone, informing them that Oscar couldn't make it out. Oscar, still in the prison, is too injured to use the tunnel. His fate is sealed as the prisoners in the bus drive away. Outside, those who escaped are given new identities and money. They are split into groups of 3 and sent in different directions to avoid detection. Through unity, patience, and relentless effort, these prisoners achieve their freedom. This incredible story is based on a true event where 49 prisoners escaped together. Let me know in the comments which movie story you'd like to hear next. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel for more such stories. See you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.